So today we're going to have a little quickie, a little .NET quickie. We're going to look into the .NET Secret Manager for storing secrets safely. The opposite of safe would be to have credentials, connection strings, and so on and so forth plain inside your app settings JSON or in the code itself. That would be a no-no. So we're going to use the Secret Manager to do that. And because I found the documentation on that a little bit much to read, even though I think it's well documented. I really like everything. It's just a little bit much. It's actually quite easy. I just want to show in this video how easy it actually can be to use the Secret Manager. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create a little C# project. We're going to initialize the secret management for that project. Then we're going to store some secrets, look where the secrets are actually stored, read them into our application through the iConfiguration class, and then jump through some hurdles that might occur during the secret management for stuff that is not a ASP.NET Core application. So we're going to discuss some caveats that come with the whole secret management thing. And yeah, let's just jump in, I guess. First thing we're going to do is we're going to create a little worker service. And that worker service then will demonstrate, will read secrets, will create secrets and read them out of the Microsoft user secret file path. Okay, I'm just going to create it. .NET new, and then we have new worker, it goes by name secret demo. Boom, 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 worker created. I cd into the secret demo path, start near vim. And then we go with our little worker. And then the first thing to do right here would actually to init the secret management. You do that on project level. Every project has its own little initiation, okay? Its own little secret thing. So I'm going to do that now. Say .NET user-secrets, secrets init. Now what's going to tell me is has been initialized already, okay? So with worker services, with the .NET worker template, what we find is that in the csproj file, we already find a property that goes by name user secrets, okay? That is created automatically in the moment we create a new project. So that was number one. The next step, of course, would now be to create secrets, all right? So that's what we're going to do next. We go, same file path, and we say .NET user secrets. Set, and then we have some key and some secret value that we then go and read with the iConfiguration interface. Okay, but first I'm going to set these secrets, and now it's set, it's saved to the secret store. And now the question is, what is the secret store? And the secret store is actually quite simple. It is right here. So in your home directory, you find a folder, directory called Microsoft User Secrets, and then the path of the project that just initialized the user secret management, if that makes sense, right? And here you see that you have for all your projects where you did the user secrets in it, you have a folder within that folder that stores the secrets. Actually, it's super easy. When I now go into the real, what is it? What is even real? What is reality though? Okay, the reality is AE44. When I go into AE44, then what I find is a simple JSON file. Secrets.json. When I now cut the secrets.json, I see that I find the values I just set. I just set some key, some secret value. And this is what I find in the secrets.json. It's nothing magical about it. It's just a JSON file, basically, right? Now, the question is, how do we read from that? And that is also quite easy. And I can now go into my worker, and I inject the iConfiguration config. And I want to read something from the secret directory. Then I would really just go and say my secret. And I would do this, and I would go and say config. I would then really go and just push in my some key to read that secret. And if I now go and hit have a breakpoint right here, First I have to build it first. .NET build. I can now go and debug. And I see that my secret actually has the value some secret value. iConfiguration actually reads from the secret JSON file, from this one, the correct value. That's why we want it. Now, another cool thing I like to show you actually is that you can store more than one secret. Like we set a secret now like this. .NET user secrets. This is how we set the one before. And now what I'd like to show you is that you can also just read a JSON file and put that into your secrets, okay? And that would be also quite easy by just going and say, okay, like my secrets JSON. And I really just go, I create a little JSON file and I say more secrets. And maybe I put some more lines just to make it more visual. Now what I can do is I just go and say, I cut that thing, I read that thing, cut my secrets. And I cut that thing into the .NET user secrets set command, right? I really just go and I say my cut, then I go boom, .NET user secrets set. I cut this thing, I cut this JSON file into this command, and then it should say successfully saved 5 secrets to the secret store. When I now check the secret store, I do a cut secrets again, then I find my secrets right here. Little bit more convenient maybe. If you have a lot of secrets to store, I think it's a good way to do that, okay? So that was basically it so far. I just want to show you one more thing in case you don't get these things running in unit tests. There is a section in documentation that says add user, add user secrets right here. And when you read that, that's a very, it's interesting to me. Like that is such an important line, okay? Calls add user secrets when the environment name is development. That is just so important because none of these things, none of what I just showed you, none of this will work if you don't have set up the environment correctly, which looks then actually like this. So what you have to have somewhere in the configuration is you would have to have this environment variable, .NET environment, set to development. If you don't have this, it will not work. So make sure you have set this environment variable somewhere in your system. Maybe in your RC, whatever, I don't know, whatever you use, but set this thing. Otherwise it won't work. That is part one. Part two is the add user secrets thing. When you have some ASP.NET based .NET application that you're working on, things should just work. If you have a unit test or console application, you have to do this. When you build the configuration through the configuration builder on startup or in your program, like in a place like this, then you would have to squeeze the little add user secrets assembly name, whatever, have to squeeze that in. Otherwise also it will not work. It will not be able to read the secret. It will just return null. So that was it when it comes to safely storing secrets on the system while development or during development of .NET applications. I hope you enjoyed it a little bit. If you have questions, let me know. You find the article that is the transcript for that video in the description. I wish you all a lovely rest of the week. Bye-bye.